Welcome, guys. We are finally at 21, the legal drinking age of our podcast.
Yes, even though some of us started.
No, I'm talking about 21st episode.
I know.
Oh, you get okay, so we can finally drink legally.
Right, exactly. Legally, right. Legally.
Welcome to Old Relationship Podcast. We have an open and honest conversation about everything from A to Z as it pertains to LGBTQ plus community and beyond. I'm your host, Rodney.
I'm Devin.
And I'm Solomon.
And we are Open Relationship Podcast. So, Devin, how was your week?
I had a really good week. Busy week as always, but a good week. Really uneventful. Yeah, really uneventful, but a good week. Back to the drawing board, class work. That's pretty much it.
Oh, okay, nice.
How was your week, Solomon?
I feel like I've been recovering since Friday night, going out with y'all.
God.
You still recovering?
So Saturday was definitely a full recovery day. Sunday was a lazy day. And then this week has just been slow. So like I've just been low energy, but I've been bouncing back up. But
So kind of like coasting through a little bit.
maybe if that's what we're calling it.
Yeah, we didn't even talk about our time out.
I know we had a
great
time.
We had a time
last
last
night.
So can I ask who posted the video of me basically almost busting my ass?
So it was alive. Was it alive or?
I don't think it was
I think it was
alive.
supposed to be alive.
It was alive.
Oh, it was alive.
But
yeah.
I
'Cause
didn't
it was like a
post
little
it.
clip.
So
You
that was
posted
my-
it. Okay.
So I didn't anticipate you busting your ass.
But when you saw it, you still didn't think to be like,
So I didn't
Let's
know
take it
what
down.
was. So I didn't actually know.
Well,
that.
we can take it down. You want it down?
I mean, the world has seen it now. So, I mean, especially like, now that, well, they can't see live, but I'm sure they've seen it by now. So, it's okay.
So I honestly didn't know that you busted your ass until after, because I'm
well,
just recording.
I didn't fall. I like fell into.
Girl, you was a lot that night.
I didn't fall, but I fell into.
I was like,
to the ground. I didn't fall to the ground.
but you had fun.
You
Devin.
should-
I did.
You did. I feel like you needed that.
I did. I told y'all that in the chat. I
Yeah,
really
yeah.
did. I really did.
It was like
So,
you had fun. It was a fun
Yes.
night.
And to be honest, I needed it too. It was nice to get out the house and to hang out with y'all.
yeah, we need to do it.
One
more
of the boys
often.
tried to slide in my DMs.
Oh God, what'd you say?
Talk about he a top. I said, call you daddy.
That's what he said.
I said, mommy.
He started with "Call me daddy."
Child, you know how people trying to flirt.
Oh no, you don't flirt like that.
Baby, I said, I said, don't let this show fool you.
Maybe he thought it was my DM.
No, I can direct him your way, but he give you Miss Mamas.
Oh no, you know I cannot do a Miss
I
Mama's.
called Solomon. I was like,
No, thank you.
Solomon. I said, why is this boy in my messenger talking about call him Zaddy? I said, bitch, daddy.
That is the worst. Like,
So
no.
Rodney is a whole mess.
Man, I was like, nah.
So did you give out your number that night,
I actually
or
didn't.
get any? Okay.
No, I didn't. I was with y'all the whole time.
What about you?
No, I didn't.
Okay. Did y'all both go home that night?
I did.
I did.
Okay.
Shit, I was tired.
Did you
I
go
was-
home that night?
Yeah, I did. Unfortunately, I didn't want to.
You didn't meet nobody in the parking lot?
No.
Them ribs was good.
Look, you tore those ribs.
Them ribs, or whoever that guy is right there by Friends on Punts.
And that little setup is new because hasn't always been right there.
But them ribs was
Yeah.
everything. I was,
Well, careful, he's not sponsoring us yet.
Oh, yeah,
so we
you're
don't
right.
want to say too much.
but yeah, like I want to say, check out the ribs.
But
And-
catch us at Friends. I'm sorry. Catch us at Friends, though.
And the drinks were good.
The drinks were really good.
They
They
were.
were good. They were strong. Don't know how many you bought. I think it was
only had
just
2 drinks.
2. It felt like
But it was
6.
doubles in the drinks.
Yeah. And the bartender was super cute, and I thought that was a nice touch because
And they'll give us
he
a lot of
winked at me
liquor.
when he made my drink, and I felt like, ooh, this is about to be
I
good.
think that's his job.
I don't care. It's good. He's like the Chick-fil-A of bartenders. Then.
Yeah. He
It was,
does
it was clearly his
he gave
pleasure.
you the illusion.
It was clearly his pleasure to make my drink. So I had a good time.
I want to say something, but never mind. Not about you.
Never mind. We'll save that.
But
We have so much to say that we all keep talking and then stopping to let each other go. We're trying to be so courteous. Can y'all tell?
I know. Look, we're growing.
I know, we're
exactly.
growing.
They
We're
say
growing
I
up.
talk out all the time.
Right.
And they say I talk so much.
Rodney, how was your week?
Oh.
Well, I already talked about my week. It's Rodney's turn.
It was good. I almost whooped somebody's ass today.
Oh my God, why?
Cause a bitch tried me online.
Like,
That's why I made that post in my story.
I've
Oh, the
known
one I
Instagram
laughed
in a
at?
while,
Yeah,
so-
cause what I don't get is people think. I mean, I'm not terribly famous. I'm probably like an E celebrity. No shade. It's okay.
You're known.
But people think they can like write in your DM, just talk to you any kind of way, or they think because they write you, you owe them a response, or when you do respond, you gotta have a 40 message. No, I don't. If I say good morning to you back, bitch, be happy because you don't know how many. I don't say good morning to everybody. I try to be nice,
And
you
they don't know what you have going on. Like, regardless.
And he was like, "You a bitch," and I was like, "I said
For your response or for not
for not
responding?
responding to his 40 fucking messages after the first fucking good morning. Why are you asking me a whole biography, bitch?
Can I interject, though? Why didn't you respond to the 40 messages? Was it that you were busy or you weren't interested?
I was being nice. He said good morning.
So you weren't interested?
I was not. No, yeah, he was
So
interested.
after like 3, I mean, I feel like after his 2 messages, maybe 3 max, he should have gotten the hint.
No.
However, you don't want to at least be like, hey, let's cool on the messages. Like, thank you for reaching out, but this is not what it is. Let's just follow each other.
So when he called me a bitch, that was already over. He probably said he sent 15, 40s.
That's still
a
you
lie.
still should have been like, hey, let's stop this. Like, you're not about to send me message after
I
message.
don't even think you have to. There are people who have whole conversations by themselves. in
They
people's
do.
DMs.
Yeah, so it's my job to stop you because you're not gonna keep having a conversation with yourself. And
But I
not
feel
doing-
like don't too many people tell everyone good. Like it's like if I have like 8 messages in my DM the next day, and they say good morning or something, I would say good morning to all 8 people. That don't mean it open the door, the floodgates of heaven to be like,
right,
Not the
right. That doesn't mean yes, I like you too, or
yeah,
yes, I'm interested.
it's just really a good morning.
Right,
like,
right.
hey, good morning.
Yeah.
Thank you for following. Like,
But the weird part is a lot of people don't have social, like, they don't know how to follow social cues. So, like, if they say good morning, you say good morning, and then they say something, and then it's like, if you don't really respond at all for one, or respond in a way that
and you can see I
it's
read
like
it.
continuing the conversation, then it's kind of like, hey, don't say nothing else to that person. Like, either they're busy or they're not interested. Like, it's a social cue and knowing like what to do. But people don't follow it a lot of times.
Now, let me say this. I love everybody who follow me. Let me just put that out there because I don't need anybody else follow me, child. But but please don't expect me to just be your open my whole diary to you. I don't know you like that. And I think that's fair to say.
So if you jump in my DMs, there's a good possibility I'm gonna just like it and keep moving.
Oh, that's what you do.
Yeah, just like it or keep moving, or I might just open it. Like, so the way my ADHD is set up, like when I open up my DMs, I'm already thinking about something else.
Okay.
I've already moved on to the next task.
So you're just opening it just to open the message?
No, I probably was opening it too, and then something else happened.
Okay.
Now, if
So-
you're cute, I might.
So don't take offense.
I'm like you. I'm going to be nice and respond and say good morning to everybody. But then the minute you say something else, I'm going to ignore it. But then if you say something else, then I'm going to have to be like, hey, like, thank you for, but,
It's just weird. Some people like they act like your best friend. Or they,
Yeah.
And to me, I don't know, but let me not say too much because they probably bought a book or something. So I don't want to be rude. But yeah, thank you for But yeah, it was a little bit much.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's go to Devin.
Well, okay. All right. All right. So as you can see tonight, we have rain. So they sponsored us again. Remember, I told you guys they gave us a few bottles, and they wanted to make sure that we brought. Because a lot of other sponsors have given us more than one bottle, so I don't want to say they're the first ones. But they thought it was important and requested that we bring it out again, just so that people know what's going on, how it tastes, is it good, how does it make us feel. So as you guys remember from the last episode, we really got kind of not really tipsy, but one more drink, 2 more drinks, we would have been tipsy. But anyway, we're drinking Rain again, and this is 7 times distilled vodka. And normally we're tequila like people for the most part, but this is a good vodka that we like. So
yeah, it's 40%.
Tastes like.
So are we officially tequila
70.
people?
Did I speak for everybody when I meant to speak for myself?
I wouldn't say what Tay was.
What?
He's not really a drinker.
Yeah.
No, but like we didn't mention Tay at all.
As far as what? Oh, him not being here.
So Tay.
I thought you meant with the liquor. I'm like, what?
No. But Tay is not here, you guys. Tay is with his man. His man took him on a trip, finally.
Yes.
But we love you, Tay. We hope we see you back next week.
And we hope you come back pregnant. Or one of y'all.
What,
Well, who's the top? Who's the bottom?
That's not my place to say. But hopefully somebody gets pregnant.
Who's topping who?
Do you know?
I don't. Well, didn't Tay say he was verse? So they probably topping each other.
Oh yeah, they are birds.
Right.
They might. I mean, both come back pregnant.
Oh,
Wouldn't that be
wow.
fun?
That
So I can imagine Tay be so irritable. That damn baby to come out of me now.
Tay be like, I just can't take it. It's just getting on my nerves. It's just too much. We love you, Tay. We can't wait to see you come back. But if you did come back pregnant, we would be like so here to be like.
I'd be over it.
We're like, girl, where's your breast? He ain't got no chance. Okay, that's enough. Well, you guys, I'm gonna do pillow talk with Tay. I'll be representing Tay for today, and we are first gonna talk about Lil Nas X. So apparently, Lil Nas was at his concert in Boston, and he had protesters out there for him being a gay artist. You know, they were saying all kind of hateful slurs, things like that. And then what he did was buy them pizza.
Okay.
No, I don't think everyone took the pizza. Boy, it made me laugh. One of the protesters was actually fine as fuck. And he said, damn, he fine. And I laughed. I said, he is so funny. But what I don't understand about this, if you are a devout Christian, why are you isn't all secular music not of God? Why is just the gay person get a whole rally outside, but anybody else can come out there and y'all don't do anything? So are you picking and choosing what is you going to support in the Bible? It's getting very much pick and choosing to me.
But that's I'm not gonna say that's even a lie. I'll say many. That's many people and that's many Christians that are selective as to what they think is so bad or so detrimental or something that could send you to hell or something that, you just can't come back from or can't be close to God because of, put it that way. And it's crazy, like it's really weird, but that's how it is. Like I'm even watching like on Facebook and Instagram how a lot of people, not really now, but maybe like a year or so ago, how many people would talk about like bashing like gay people, and these would be people in church. And I could name a good 10 of your church leaders that I know for a fact are into guys. You know what I mean? And it's like
with wives?
Most of them with wives.
Oh.
But when I say that, like, and the reason why I don't really like talk a lot about that is because I don't want it to be like, okay, that's why I don't go to church now. See, that's why I don't go to church. Like, I don't want to do anything that would turn anybody away from God. However, you just can't judge because you never, right, it's my truth and it's a lot of other people's truths who are bashing people for walking in their truth. And I feel like that's worse for you to, hide who you really are, what you do, and then turn around and bash other people for the same thing that you're doing. So I won't get too personal, but yeah, there's a lot of that going on. So
yeah,
I mean, even outside of Christianity, I think one of the flaws of human nature is that we compare ourselves to other people and we put moral judgments on things that we shouldn't put moral judgments on. And from that, we get instances like this. And so from this, I actually pay less attention to the trolls, and I just paid more attention to Lil Nas's response. Like that gets attention from me versus the protesters.
I agree.
Well, he was fine. I put that on the record.
Now I'm gonna have to look him up.
gonna
I
have to
didn't
look
even
that
hear
up, too.
about this whole thing, so I need to
He
definitely.
was like, I was like, damn, well, he has a point. He like, can't he be mad at him?
Right. He can eat my pizza.
He could have. Now he was daddy. They gonna say, I thought you like to say daddy. I can when I want to.
Right.
We
When
evolving
daddy
over
shows
here.
up, I mean,
Everybody a daddy, but that was daddy.
That is
He
true.
was fine.
when daddy shows up, you'll know.
What we got next?
Move right along. That ice. You know how ice gets you sometimes?
Oh, on both sides, it stings a little bit, kind of. Yeah.
Got cold. I'm trying to tell y'all to go. He just said, we got next. I'm like, I guess he
Cool those tonsils off.
I know. All right. Well,
they
next for
swollen?
Pillow Talk would say we have Kareem AbdulJabbar. He worked. I mean,
Bitch.
is it Jabbar?
Jabbar.
Okay, Kareem
I'm not even into sports. And I know
Jabbar.
it's Jabbar.
I think he plays for the Wolves. I saw the Wolves.
Mo, who does he play for?
Retired.
Who did he play for?
I think the Lakers.
Oh, he played for. Oh no, the guy who responded.
Where'd
to
you
him.
get the Wolves from?
I don't know. Okay,
Okay.
ignore that. Anyway, he's a basketball player, and what I found very interesting, it was a group of white guys that was in circuit gear. Like you tell me, they were going out coming from a circuit party.
Okay.
He's filming now. So I'm look at these punks, these group of gay guys who are minding their business. So probably like 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. You got a whole female in your car. You hear in the background. What made you stop what you were doing and not pay attention to the female? Do you want to film the white guys on your IG who are clearly on it? So this is the median, and this is a 2 street. This is him on this side. You literally stopped your car to go not one lane, a median, another lane, and a sidewalk to record some gay people.
When people record something, it's normally because there's something about it that's fascinating, or that they're interested
He liked
in, or
it.
that
And they were some fit guys.
It draws the attention of. So, unfortunately, sorry for the girl that was in the car with him, because he was obviously
Not paying you no attention.
and he was feeling the white guys that he saw. Kudos to whatever white guys were on that strip that day.
Because I mean, I just feel like, why are you so? To me, it was kind of weird. Like
Exactly.
they didn't even look his way. They were so into what they were doing
Right.
that they even. You know, sometimes people might turn around. They didn't even give him a turnaround.
And I feel like between his career, as far as like him having money to travel and be all over the world, you've done that. So I feel like it's 2022. So this is not your first group of gay people that you saw.
That's what
Your
I don't
first group
understand.
of gay white men that you've seen. Like, I'm sure you've seen worse. Like, so for you to take this to a public platform is just like.
This is what I don't like with this too. So he issued an apology because somebody got on his ass. I'm tired of these fake ass apologies and not really apologies. I call these PR stunts.
Mm-hmm.
You meant what you said. You meant what you did. I respect the other person, be like, you know what? I meant what I said and I ain't changing. I respect you more. But when you come back and be like, I am so sorry. I was ignorant of the LGBT. Like, no, you not, bitch, because it's 2022.
Mm-hmm.
Gay been around a long time. You want to be gay. Because I was that girl, I would be offended. I'm like, damn, bitch.
Why is that so important?
All this pussy and titty, and you worried about some gay boys.
And mouth.
And you worried about these gay boys.
Thank you.
Like, am I not enough? I thought I had the surgery.
But you know, it may not even be internalized homophobia. It could also just be the fact that these are young, fit men, and this man is old. How old is he now?
He don't look bad though. I'm not gonna throw shade.
Oh, I'm not saying
he's not out of shape. I'll say that.
Well, yeah, and I'm not saying that he's out of shape. I'm just saying that, you know, you get to a certain age and then you start yearning for your youth.
He get me like
With the younger guy.
in the 30s. But they weren't no young guys
Wait,
either.
did you say he was in his 30s?
He like he was in his, he like
No,
he was in his
there's
30s.
no way he's in his
That man
30s.
like late 50s.
No.
Who are you
I
talking
must
about?
got the wrong name.
Yes.
Oh Lord! Allegedly, that ain't the right name. Wait, pass
What Kareem are you talking about?
pass me my phone,
Can
please.
y'all, can production, can y'all pull up the real Kareem?
No. Because I'm talking
I know
about...
exactly who that is, and this man is.
'Cause I'm-
He couldn't be 30. He can't be our age. There's no
Look at me pulling the
I
tank.
think you got
Not with the facts. I said, Lord, not with not having the facts. I'm sorry, y'all. We got a mental break.
But
Not a
there's
mental
no way
break.
he could be 30 because we're like in our 30s. So he can't
No,
be our
because
age.
you got the wrong name.
I think you have the wrong name.
I think that's who got on his ass.
Oh, the 30-something-year-old.
Jabbar is like gotta be 60.
Yeah, he's giving granddad.
Oh,
for sure.
Anthony Edwards. And his name is... So Kareem Abdul-Jabbar got on his ass saying, you were wrong for that. That's when Anthony Edwards issued an apology.
Oh, so
Because
Kareem didn't even post it.
was an ally of the... So, Kareem, I am so sorry. Thank you for stopping me. Because they would say, why the fuck you dragged
It
me
wasn't
here?
your fault. It wasn't your fault.
Production.
Look,
No, so Kareem made Anthony Edwards. This is Anthony. That's Kareem. So she was like, yo.
Oh, yeah, he's definitely not in his 30s.
But he's in his 30s.
Oh, he's gay.
Played with Magic Johnson.
He's clearly gay. Anthony's gay.
so you were right about.
I told you he looked young. If I say it was 6, I said, no, y'all, he don't look old.
but he's clearly gay.
Look, and
So-
this him. Look. Now, you see what I'm talking about? They mind their own. Then they would look his way, child, and you over there recording somebody.
He was trying to fuck.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Thank you for being an ally.
And we
Anthony-
we sincerely apologize
we
on
do.
behalf of Open Relationships.
Over here like, wait a minute.
Who did Anthony play for?
The Wizards.
No.
It's the Wolves.
It's the Wolves.
Oh, I thought that
I
shit
was
Wizards.
right. Okay, so I had it
Okay,
mixed
so
up.
okay, all right.
Okay. Yeah.
Well,
So-
we didn't have anybody mixed up.
You right. Production. No. Oh my God damn it. This man was saying, how the hell I get in it?
Now he's gonna be writing us.
I was an ally for you bitches.
However, do feel free to write us. We enjoy you
We-
watching our show.
And we would love to have you on the show. And you too. What's his name? Anthony Carell?
No, Anthony Edwards can't come.
Anthony Edwards, he can come.
if you
Because I
like,
would love for him to explain his point of view.
Why? Because you saw how he looked.
I want him to explain. I want to hear from his mouth why he recorded. Like what prompted him.
But you know what I'm talking about? They will mind their own business. Like, what
right.
made
So I
you
want.
do
So
that?
my question would be, what's his name again?
Anthony.
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 So you had a car full of ass, car full of titties, car full of mouth, and you still chose to film these gay guys that were minding their business. What was the reason?
That's a good
That's what
question.
I would say.
That's an Oprah Winfrey
And scene.
question.
That's what I would say.
not insane.
But Anthony, fuck you, Kareem, thank you. I'm dragging that man name.
I got a
through the
fuck you
mud.
to give away, and I thank you.
Dragging his good old name through the mud. child. He probably like, what the fuck I do?
Right.
Production needs to get their story straight before they start writing scripts.
But she caught her face. She caught it. Wait, he got it wrong.
Now we getting it wrong.
Flag on the play, bitch. Let me type it over. I switched out the names.
Oh, Rain.
How we love you.
All right, for today's Menage a Trois, we are going to talk about facing our fears. You good?
Puff.
Yeah, I got.
No, for real. You need a. We
I
can
don't.
stop.
I don't need a puff.
Okay.
Okay.
It's just getting hot.
Okay.
So fear is a common and basic human emotion.
Puff of my inhaler, because if they hear us, they might think I'm like.
No, I said puff.
Well, we want to make sure they know what that
Oh,
means.
so he has an inhaler, you guys?
I didn't.
Oh, what you want me to do? I don't get it. What do you want me to say?
I was going to
I'm trying to be an ally. An ally for you.
Never mind. I'm sorry.
This fucking rains. So fear is a common and basic human emotion. It has the ability to stimulate us into action. It has the ability to paralyze us, and sometimes we choose to run away. The fight, flight, freeze response shows up in everyday life, and it shows us who we are, and it shows us who other people are in the moment. So my question for tonight is, like, what are some of your fears?
Ooh,
You know, we go on dates, and then we ask these superficial questions like, what's your favorite color? What's your favorite song? Do you have a passport? Where have you traveled to? But at what point do you think we get into these deeper conversations? Because I think this is important for, like...
This is a really good question. My dad is 64 years old, and he has gout. I don't know everybody know what that is, but it's basically it's stiff in your legs and it hurts like it's throbbing pain. And I felt bad because he pissed off my mama because she went to the other house that she has her own house, and he there by himself. And I was like, damn, what if you this old and alone with nobody? Like, he couldn't have got out the bed
Why did she leave?
because he got a mouth.
Oh, okay.
That's
Yeah.
who I get it from.
Yeah.
She got a
That's
mouth too, though.
believable. Dang.
I'm sitting here thinking about, being married and having my own house, too.
Yeah.
It was inherited. Let me put that out there. Nothing.
But still, I kind of like that arrangement.
Why?
I mean, I don't know. It just sounds...
I mean, yeah.
She has her
It
own little
sounds-
she shed.
Sounds separate.
Yeah, let's give it separate now.
Sometimes you need that.
But, I'm scared because, for one, we're gay, right? And we're not all promised children unless you want to spend $30,000, $40,000. And you are going to get old one day. So my biggest fear is being alone.
Really?
Oh, see, that was going to be my question for later. But all right, go ahead.
You said some of your fears.
All right.
Did I not answer it?
No,
No,
continue.
you did.
Continue.
Oh, okay. And, because, we're youthful now. We're fine. We're in the prime of our life, got the body we want. But you're going to get the saggy chest and the grandpa belly. And, your legs going to pop rough together. And you're going
There's
to get...
surgery for that. But go ahead.
shot. At 60 something, she's still good getting the surgery.
Girl, if I get it around 50, then by 60, I'm good.
Okay.
That shit better last.
It better for what I'm going to pay.
I understand a lot, but you will get old if God bless you to see that you are going to get old.
Yeah, looks are going to change, right?
And I just hate to be alone to bed and can't get up, and it's nobody there to even try to help me up because I feel bad that day.
Yeah.
And that makes me think about a lot of things like, damn, why? And I wonder why other people think like that too. Like, we're all getting older.
But I think that you should consider also, like, of course, most people want a companion. We want companionship, like our person that will be there with us through thick or thin. Thick and thin. But
And I want children.
And children, but think about when it comes to, like, being alone and, like, you're sick and can't get up and being alone. If you, like, have built, like, relationships with people in your life that love you that much, then even though they may not be fucking you and helping you up, they're going to be there to help you up. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's not just about the intimate relationships, the sexual relationships, but relationships with people in general.
You're just having someone there.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
And so, like, I was talking with someone the other day, and we were talking about, like, what are you looking for? What do you want out of this? And I was like, honestly,
So y'all were clearly getting to know each other.
yeah. And so the question, so my response was like, dating is fine, but ultimately I'm looking for my emergency contact. Like that time, well, I'm not applying for jobs anymore, but when you are applying for jobs and you got to put down emergency contact and you got to put down your mother's name because you're single,
My sister for me.
Oh, okay, your sister.
Hi, I just joined the committee. I write my mother's name down too. Hello.
You are not alone.
You are not alone in this. But even thinking about like when you go to the doctor and you have a procedure done.
Damn,
or
that's so
whatever.
depressing, Solomon. You just made me depressed.
Well, you were depressed before. You were already saying because you.
I think
but-
it's
'cause
for
you
me
were-
when I hear it's just
with
more
that.
like
It's your
reminding me
reality.
reminding me of one of the benefits, the many benefits of being with someone.
Right.
Like,
so
like that's a big deal. Even though it seems small, that's a big deal.
But somebody that'll
That
call
is-
you when you sick.
But
Yeah,
but like your person to really like you rely on this person. Go ahead, hit that one too. Since you're there.
Ooh,
Yeah, help
bottle
us
kinda
support.
heavy.
Okay. Whoop, whoop.
Ooh, Jesus.
So yeah, I definitely get your point on that.
Ooh.
And
I got it. Yeah, it's it makes you. Is it covering your face? Okay. It makes you.
Bottle's not that big.
Huh?
Nothing.
It makes you just think about things. Like honestly, like damn, like I put my mama name down. Lord forbid something happen to her. Who I'm gonna put next? My sister.
maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I have my sister down just because I don't know. Like, I don't want to freak my mom out if something happens. Like, just call my sister first. and
Oh,
then,
okay.
Like, I don't know, but I'm ready. But to your point, I'm ready for it to be my fiance, my husband. Like, I am ready for that. Like, I do want
Yeah,
that.
because like I just think about this. Like I was talking to one of my friends the other day, and then I'm just like, we in our 20s, we had a fucking ball. We was out in these streets,
Ain't that the
going
truth?
to the clubs, doing whatever, had the body of our lives. Like we were good. I like now we getting 31, 32, 36. One of my friends like 38, and it's like. Does it scare you to be alone at that age, pushing up, up, up? You know what I mean? Like, not trying to be funny, but like that scares me because like I'm like, why are people in their 30s, but they're just like people in their 20s? They ain't about shit either. Like they all about these gangs, trying to still add body counts.
But I think that honestly, it's really gonna boil down to, well, for me, what it's boiled down to is that what God has for me is for me. And I know it's really cliche. It's like, oh, when it's your time, it's your time.
Gonna be singing
Like,
that song in your
all that.
50s.
I won't
What
be.
God
And I won't be.
has
But
for me.
it's like, you know what I mean? I look at like other
me.
things in my life that I look at other things in my life that are going the way they're supposed to. Like things in my life that are happening the way that I want them to.
Like career-wise?
Anything, whether it's relationship with family members, whether it's like relationships with friends, healing those relationships, career-wise, even like simple things with unexpected financial blessings, like whatever it is. Like those things are coming together. So I feel like these are also things that I prayed for at a time. And I feel like they didn't come necessarily right in the moment that I wanted them to.
But they came right on time.
And they were worth it when they did.
Nice.
So I still feel that same way. Like, yes, I'd rather my husband be home. Edit that. I hope that, I would rather like my husband be at home, like waiting for me, like, oh, like, babe, how was the show tonight? Like, how did y'all do? Like,
But what if it's
I
not till
would
you
like
50?
that's not gonna be for me, and I'm speaking like that into existence that it's not till I'm 50, but I do wholeheartedly believe that it'll be worth the wait. And not only will it be worth the wait, but I know a lot of people close to me that are in relationships, whether they are verbally honest and then what's really going on shows, or they're verbally honest to be where it's like the relationship is cool to have somebody, but I might as well be by myself. So it's like I don't want to be one of those
Yeah, I don't want somebody to say I
people-
have somebody.
Right.
Right.
agree
I
with
don't
that.
want to be one of those people to where it's like, yeah, you're my emergency contact. If I need money, you got me on the money. Like, I can say I got somebody, but it's really not giving that. Then I don't want it to give that until it's really giving that, if that makes sense. So yes, I would rather it be now, but I feel like it's going to be well worth it when it comes, and it's going to be before I'm 50.
I pray to God it is. Look.
It will be.
I will say that for me, to answer your question, like with me being 40, I can appreciate not being with someone
Really, Solomon?
right now.
Honestly.
Yeah. I can because like where
No, I'm not trying to be funny.
No,
like,
no, no.
I talk like this. Yeah.
You make it
yeah,
look the
but
worst.
I can say that because just like what you were saying about how you've advanced, like I wake up and I first words Thank you, God,
same.
because like I can look around and see how far I've come. And so like when I was answering this question, it was like one of my fears is being who I was in my 20s or in my 30s because I was financially irresponsible. I just moved different, and like a whole lot of responsibilities I just shrugged off because it wasn't a priority. And now that I have this new focus, like when I look around, I'm like, well, I built this life. Then, you know, I'm also thinking about, excuse me, I also think about like the life that I have now is for two. So I created the space for this person to come in. Before, I was struggling by myself. And so if someone were to come into that, they would be struggling with me.
So now you're saying you have more that you're offering as a person.
It's not just more that I'm offering, but it's like, so now that I've created the space for somebody, when they come in, hopefully they've created space for me in their life.
Offering as far as who you are, not what can I give you, but you have more to give as a person. You have more capacity.
Yes, okay. Mentally, emotionally.
But that's a big panic attack for me. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
What?
Being alone.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't think you will.
Because I don't think like
if you keep cussing people out, maybe.
I don't think my friend wants to. I can tell. Like, he's more on the upper end, where like it's a rare range. As young person is like 30, oldest one's like 41.
Oh, you're talking about your friends, okay?
Yeah, and you know I can see how he be like, you know, like damn, bitch, I'm getting. Not say he's old, but he realized like I'm getting up there.
Yeah, I mean I say it all the time, like you know
he want kids and stuff, you know, and.
But if it wasn't for the fact that I'm actively working towards that. Like, when I was out with y'all the other night, I was like, there's people in here older than me.
Yeah.
And I don't want that for my life.
Yeah.
And not to say that it's a bad thing. I just don't want that for my life.
Right.
And so it's not a judgment. I'm not saying it's good. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying that at 42, I want to be booed up. I want to be bait up. I want to have a ring.
We're having people over. Like I feel like it's still a social celebration. But
we're having charcuterie boards. We're having game night.
I would love to be like in the next stage of my life, like being around married couples. You know what I mean? Like
being a married couple around married couples.
Yeah, I think because my sister has that with her friend groups. All of them are married. They take trips and things, and I love it. You know, they all share about what's going on. You know, being real and how they got through stuff. Like. I hate my single friend. We do single shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, but people like my friends who are in relationships are like I don't see them that much, and I get it. I used to be kind of like, why you hang around me no more, bitch? But I get it. Like, we can't really do the same thing we used to do because I have a person now.
Right.
You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, I think as long as there's balance, because like I want to be with the love of my life pretty much all the time, but there's gonna be balance. There's gonna be family without my husband. There's gonna be friends without my husband.
Oh yeah,
you know. So I feel like it's just good to find that balance when you do find your person. But I feel like y'all will both understand how much balance each other needs when it's your person.
But isn't it just aggravating when you meet someone and they say how they're not that person, and they end up being the exact same person say they're not?
Yeah, my discernment is really good, so I don't get fooled for the most part, which is maybe a lot of why I'm single, but. Yeah, I don't get fooled for the most part.
So for me, I'm sorry.
No, that was it.
For me, it's really just a matter of cutting it off when they show me otherwise. And so, you know, I talked to someone and they were like, "Oh, well, you know, when I'm big into communication and you know, we go our separate ways, we go to our separate rooms, but we come back in 5, 10, 15 minutes and then we talk about it." But then the first time something popped up, they went ghost and then came back 2-3 months later and was no,
it don't work like that.
Sir, you misrepresented yourself.
It's good. It's misrepresentation.
Yeah, like you don't
you represented. You represented something.
a nigga I don't want.
And you have no more chances.
Yeah, like.
You did a no call, no show, basically, in my eyes. Like, once you misrepresent, no, because you're not even like I started liking somebody else and now you're a different person. That's not fair.
What's aggravating to me, like I was on
I like that. That's not fair.
dating app, and conversation going good with this guy. You know, we had about 40 messages. And that's real this time.
A real 40.
Yeah,
I was about to say,
40.
okay. All right. Because the last 40 was 15.
Yeah, so this was real.
Okay. So a legit
And
40, y'all.
We got to talking about who's driving. And I was like,
Like
well,
that night for the date?
No, this feature. Like, I'm just like,
Oh,
I
okay.
don't really like to drive. And he was like, would it be an issue if I don't have a car? I said, yeah, it would be an issue to have a car. So I'm not going to lie to you because I don't like to drive. I said, I'm not going to be the one who's always driving.
Yeah.
And conversation stopped. So I'm assuming the young man didn't have a car. And I probably offended, but I'm like, I'm not even mad at it.
Wait, who brought that conversation up? You or him?
I brought the...
Oh,
Of course.
yeah.
No, it was like... but it wasn't like in a malicious way. Just like I was like, you know, I said, don't think he was like, yeah, now you can take me out on dates. I said, no, I'm not always driving. It was something like that.
Okay.
And I was like, I don't like to drive. He was like, would it be an issue? If I said, yes, it would be, because I'm not going to be a designated driver.
Yeah.
I'm not the DD.
Yeah. And remember how that takes us back to episode like 3, when I was like, you can get in an Uber and the Uber come to my house to pick me up, but I'm not gonna be driving, and don't send an Uber. I want to ride with you. Like
Exactly. I might want to talk about some things. I don't want the Uber driver.
I might want to top you
hear.
off. Like
Oh, yeah. I mean,
you know, like if the night went well.
but I was just reading our message. Like, to me, I thought we had a good conversation.
You did.
And I was like, well, damn, if that's all it took for you to go, then baby, please.
Well, he might have felt like that was a deal breaker for you. So he's like, all right, let me just not even try. And then I feel like that's embarrassing. I feel like a lot of times we don't take into account, like, it'd be like, oh, you don't have this, you don't have this. And even though we're not being judgmental, think about, like, their pride and their level of, like, oh, I'm this age without A,
Not
B,
my business.
C. Not our business, but he could have bowed out because it's like, all right, well, he thinks I'm a complete broke-ass, fuck-ass, asshole.
And
you
I
know,
don't,
like...
that's the...
But that was not what I was saying.
No, and you know what?
Yeah, I don't feel like you were.
Even when I was younger and semi-reckless, maybe more than semi-reckless, but I would talk to individuals and they'd be like, oh, you seem like you have your life together. You so put together and you could do better than me. Well, shit. So we just spent all this time. And then
40 messages.
Well,
Right.
it was more than 40 messages. It was more than 40 messages.
Some stuff went on.
But then it's just like, well, shit. But isn't that what you would want? Someone who is put together and maybe have their shit together.
Exactly.
But
people could be intimidated if they feel like you'll always be at a point that they will never be at.
I love
And I hate
someone who is well put together, and it gives me something to strive for. Especially so. When I told you I was financially irresponsible, like I didn't even believe in budgets. But then I dated a Virgo who, like, had a spreadsheet for his bills, had a spreadsheet for everything, and I was just looking like, "The fuck are you doing?" And he was like, "I'm calculating my bills," and I was like, "On a spreadsheet, like on an Excel sheet."
That's a lie.
It was a lot, but then when
People do that. Like
they do.
I mean, think about at work. I'm pretty sure in your career field, y'all use Excel for like a few things. So think about like how clean cut it makes
For a
things.
whole corporation, but like for your daily life,
It's a system.
it's
like,
a system.
I
get
mean,
it.
so
everybody
that
gonna
way-
have rent, insurance.
Everybody's rent is different. Everybody's insurance is
But I'm
different.
like, how many sales do you need?
I don't know, but let me just get
Haircut, nails, pedicure, rent, insurance. Are we going to happy hour? Are we contributing to fundraisers? Are you sending money to your family? That's 9 things right there.
You ain't got no room for me.
That's a lot. But from that, I actually learned that I learned how to budget, and that is what prompted me to do better financially. And so I also learned that there's a lot of shit that I just didn't need. Like I was just spending money frivolously, like even going out for drinks and paying for parking, paying for entry fees, and then paying for drinks, and then paying for like that shit adds up.
Sure
And then
hell
when you
do.
see it on a spreadsheet, you're just like, oh. Like, this is what I'm doing with my life.
Well, you know what? I have intuitive that comes with my
QuickBooks?
tax service,
Oh,
and it shows me how much I spend on dining and stuff. So, and sometimes I'm like, damn, did I really?
So it's like
Yeah.
monthly. It shows you how much.
It shows me every day on transaction.
Yeah. So that's pretty much your spreadsheet.
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I do have one.
And it makes you think, like, bitch, like,
Y'all want to see my? Y'all like, what the fuck are you doing? 'Cause it's horrible.
But doesn't it make you want to change your behavior?
I don't know. That's the
It does.
problem.
No. Well, first of all,
it makes you want to change it.
Yeah.
But you haven't changed it yet. It's okay.
That's okay.
But like, I had
Right,
a good
it's
time, so I'm not mad. I mean,
Right.
but I'm like, well, damn.
And
I
then
really,
Friday we went out. I didn't spend that much money. I paid for parking, and I think that was it. So, what'd you pay for?
We're not doing that. We're not doing that. We are not shifting blame. But anyway, I think when you look at someone or something and it prompts you to want to do better, when it prompts you to want to have better, that says a lot.
Yeah, because you want to. I agree. You ultimately want. It's like, I want to be my best for you. So when I think about being the eldest brother or the eldest sibling in general, I want to be my best for my younger siblings. I want to be my best to my mom as her oldest child. I want to be my best for Devin's segment when he comes to the podcast. I want to be my best for my students when I'm at work. I think it's just normal that you want to be your best version, and you want someone to want to be their best version for you too. Like, present yourself at your best. Not.
I
Like,
don't want somebody who wants to be there.
what do you mean?
Wait,
Like,
what?
who just truly and genuinely just wants to be.
Oh, you want someone who wants to be there.
wants to be there, like
Okay.
wants to see me at whatever, like my good day, my bad
Right.
day.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Like who just genuinely just truly love me. You know
Right.
what I mean? And yeah, you might meet people who you might think it's like that. I might sound like a Debbie Downer. I don't give a fuck. Like my dating life is
You
horrible.
don't. I would tell you. You don't.
Your dating life isn't
It-
horrible.
right now, you don't sound like a Debbie
It's
Downer.
horrible.
I mean, you're not.
Really? Because you told
Committed,
the
but-
audience I was the one that couldn't keep a man.
well, it still stands.
My at the table have turned.
But it's just, I don't know. And I'm really thinking about getting back into counseling to see, is it me?
No, everybody needs it. Without it being maybe you or not you, everybody needs it.
Because like I don't know what I be doing. I just have a conversation and I might say something and the person will be like, oh, like I didn't think me saying.
I feel like as much as you want to like have a person and be in love, you talk yourself out of it a lot of times. I feel like, in my opinion.
Because I said, you don't have a car?
No, but see, look.
You want to say that one fucking example.
I
And we
don't
talk all the time,
understand.
not just on the show. We talk all the time.
But I mean.
So just in general, I feel like you talk yourself out of it.
I would say go ahead and get back into counseling and find a dope ass counselor. Like I have a counselor who. Okay, so there was this one time I was in this relationship and I stayed out way longer than I was supposed to. We stayed out way longer than I was supposed to. So I tell my thing.
And what were you doing?
It was a retreat that I went to, and I didn't expect to stay out until like 8 or 9 o'clock.
Oh,
And
because
then-
you weren't doing anything.
No.
Oh, okay.
And then so like I was telling my therapist about it, and she was like, she sends me this Lucky Day song. I think it was the remake of Toni Braxton's "Love Should Have Brought You Home Last Night," and then she was like, "You mean like that?" And I was like,
I mean,
but then I
8 or
was-
9 o'clock is late.
No, I didn't intend to stay out past that.
If you're at a
But
retreat and you tell me that you're at a work retreat and y'all are going to be in by
Yeah.
a certain time, if y'all are going to get drinks after, hey, babe, we're going to get drinks.
Yeah.
But the fact that you like, okay, you're at a work retreat and you just,
Yeah.
what are you
Sometimes
doing?
things just happen.
You can't just text.
You might really be having a good time and living in the
And you think your good
moment.
time is more fun than what you got at home?
Child, at that time might be.
Oh, well, then you ain't the one for me, baby.
Like, what the fuck?
Hell no.
I ain't got no baby mothers on.
But so my counselor was like, and not in a judgmental way, just because she knows who I am and how I am. You know, she referenced this Lucky Day song, and I was like, damn, I was wrong. Because up until that therapy session, like I was convicted that I was like, it wasn't a big
Right.
deal. It wasn't
Exactly.
a
What
problem.
was you wrong about? I guess I'm confused.
The communication.
Not this, like what Devin said.
Mm-hmm. Well, I can't remember what Devin was saying.
Well,
but
she played the Lucky Day song like, "Oh, you should have been home," and all I was saying is, if you're telling me you're gonna be at home at a certain time, but you were away with your coworkers, whatever, y'all, a meeting could have ran late, whatever, that's fine. But it was a communication piece. But to your point, you need a therapist that knows you.
Yeah, exactly.
Like my therapist will be like, "Okay, I see you got on this today. Okay, but let's talk about those feelings." And it's like, okay, cool, I can get with that because I love like to dress up. You know what I mean? So thank you for acknowledging who I am and what's important to me. But now we're trying to get into some layers and really get some healing for you.
Yeah.
So it's very beneficial, but you have to find the one that works for you. My first therapist went one session. I was like, therapy's never for me. An incident happened like later on where I had to go to therapy. And it was like mandated that I had to go like for work purposes and stuff like that because of the incident. And when I went and found this one, I'm like, well, I should have been here my whole life. Like,
exactly.
You know, so.
I love my therapist.
Yeah, so I say go for it.
Damn.
Go for it.
Why I can't keep a man?
Well, you can talk about other things.
That's kind of depressing and stuff.
Whatever your heart desires, and they'll pull stuff out of you based off of them using their, I won't say discernment because I don't want to make it like all spiritual.
It
It
is.
is. But they'll know what you need to talk about and what's going to be helpful for you.
Because you're going to talk about crying over, a pot of lasagna or a pan of lasagna, and they're going to bring that all.
I
that shit
never
up.
cried over a pan of lasagna.
I mean, I was just using an example.
Meaning something is minute and you
Yeah.
like kind of blew it up. And they're going to make you feel like, oh, damn, did I blow all that
I'm
up?
still just a little confused. I don't know. I mean,
Why?
I guess people want me. I don't want them. And that's what it is.
You want a particular person or persona or personality.
Because I was going to say style of person, so that's
Style
the
of
same thing as
person.
persona, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just,
You
know.
want something very specific,
Yeah, I just
and
want.
you just haven't found it yet,
And I haven't. And the people who
and that's okay.
probably would treat me like whatever and do right by me, I just be like,
Mm-hmm.
and some of my friends be like, but he's so cute. I said it's not all about the looks
It's
anymore,
not. It's
and
not.
that aggravates my soul. People like, he's so cute, he wants you. I'm like, bitch, I'm not 21. Fuck looks. He fucked up in the head.
And it's 2022.
Well, hold on.
Anybody
No,
can
hold
look
on.
good, pay to look good. It's 2022.
Rodney, you are not going to be the one to say fuck looks. That's not you.
I'm not. But I mean, looks matter.
If we being real.
But I'm not gonna be with you just because you're fine. I do meet attractive guys.
That's a must. Like I mean, because think about it. If somebody's not attractive, unless y'all work together, unless y'all see each other every day and you just built a normal attraction, there has to be
You know
something
who I do miss,
about
though?
them. Who?
I miss my
the other
old
cast
coworker.
member. Oh,
But wait, what?
He would just.
oh, you got that.
He would just.
Not Tay, the other one.
I know you're talking about. You
Oh, okay.
He was just so sweet, even though he was married. But no,
You
he
didn't
never.
tell us about him.
Yeah, I did on the show. His whole wife, whatever. But how he just used to come over, make sure I was okay, ask about my day. It was nothing he never wasn't sexual.
He was your work husband.
He really was my work husband.
So you don't miss your coworkers, you miss your work husband.
I miss my work husband.
You miss your man.
I just miss him. Hey, let's go get some eating. He'll pay or I'll pay.
So y'all haven't what's the
No,
communication?
I mean, it's over. I don't.
Why is it over? I feel like that would be even better that you don't work there.
They
so
just
that
they
way-
got a divorce. Rodney,
Because he
moved
doesn't work
on.
there. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure somebody else getting all that good.
But you know what? That I don't. You're so stupid. You know what that tells me though? That is your new bar. So if someone doesn't treat you like that, then it's a no.
He was. I mean, he was.
That's a
I
good
said.
point.
I know your wife says love you. He was like, why? I said,
'Cause you
you
love
don't do things just because you think it'd be nice. You just doing it because that's who you naturally are.
Right.
You're not trying to weigh me or persuade me. Or
And
make
that's
me,
the man for me. Do it because that's who you are.
Yeah.
Not because you want to persuade. Not because you want to convince. Not because you want my family and friends to think that you just do all this. do it because that's just like
You know what he
because
do?
that's me.
What he do?
What he do?
He asked me what I like for breakfast stuff, right? So when he not coming to the office, he already have it sitting at my desk.
Oh, what'd you
Some
tell him?
scrambled egg.
What'd you tell him?
And I be like,
What'd you tell him?
And one day I was like, damn, this is just so nice.
Oh.
I was in my feelings one day. I said, this thank you for this always. This always just.
You wanted to give him head on the spot.
I really did. But I thought about his wife and his child. I said, I can't do that.
He didn't when he bought your breakfast. All right. They're saying that we gotta go. So moving on to the last segment of the show. We're having so much fun. We don't want to leave you guys, but production saying we have to move on. So I'm going to try to read this quick. I done took my inhaler, so we're good to go. It says, Dear Open Relationship Podcast, first of all, you guys are doing an amazing job, and I love your show.
Thank you.
I'm writing in. Yes, thank you so much. I'm writing in just to get some advice. I'm curious to know what you all would do. My fiance and I have been together for 3 years now, and we have plans to get married next year. Mm-hmm. I got a really good job offer that will require me to move to Atlanta. Come on to the A. However, he doesn't want to leave Washington, D.C., up north, my hometown. We've talked about it, and it's really a deal breaker for him. Does that mean he's really not as in love or willing to support as I thought? I really had no intentions of leaving D.C. I really had no intentions of leaving D.C. either, but I think, and I know, it would be a good move for the both of us. Would you stay and settle, or would you put love on pause and see what happens to follow your dream?
Let me look at some contact clues again.
Oh, yes, like my students. Good job.
Say
So
Sophia,
while they're looking at context clues, I'm gonna say that I jumped to a context clue while I was reading, and my context clue was settle. And anytime you mention the word settle, whether we're talking outfits, whether we're talking a date, whether we're talking a hairstyle, whether we're talking a job, like if you feel like you're settling, that means that you're accepting less. That's what settle means for me. I'm accepting less. So I feel like you being engaged and being together and like being in love, I think that's a phenomenal thing. But I just can't help but to see the word settle and to know what settling feels like for certain things. And then to feel like that question is always going to be there. If I settle now and we do stay in D.C.,
are you going to resent him for it?
I feel like somebody would, because you're telling me that you think that your life, this move would be good for you, for both of you in Atlanta.
But I think to me, he's saying both. He's not saying I or me. Like he has his, who is it a he or she? Whoever they are, they have their partner in their mind, which means it's not a selfish move, in my opinion.
Right.
I would say go and let your fiance follow you. He'll miss you if he love you. If he love you, he'll move.
So if he doesn't
Then
move,
you
he
got
doesn't
your
love him?
answer.
See, I don't know about that. So I hate to get into the coulda, woulda, shouldas. But since we were talking about having those deep, intimate conversations prior to engagement, like, you know, when we talk about our fears and we talk about the future, like, if I were to, you know, is DC home for us? And if you are meeting someone and you are getting to know someone and you guys say that, hey, DC is home for me, I don't plan on moving, and then this is what that person agrees to, then it is what it is. But then if you're having this conversation, it's like, well, I don't know if DC is home. And I can move anywhere. If the person agrees to that, and if they say yes to that, or at least I'm saying yes to that until we find out, then that's a whole nother conversation. So I don't know what the agreement is between them.
If there was one, because it does, I feel
So
like
that's my thing.
if there was
this.
one,
Let's say you are a claim adjuster. Make it easy. Same job job for the man. And you get a claim adjuster job anywhere. DC, New York, California. But if my partner got an job opportunity where it's not just anywhere type job, like it's worth moving, I can get a whole nother job in the claims field.
and you would be willing to do that to
Yeah,
support that
so
person.
it does depend what type of move it is, what type of job the partner has. Is it like state specific, or can he move with his?
Right. I agree. I feel like the part where he said it would be a good move for both of us, I feel like that means that both of us will be in a better position. I would say I've been in a similar situation, but with mine, it was like, it'd be nice to move, but I have a good job offer here where we currently are. You have an interview there, so go do your interview. If it goes well, you get yours, you're making more, we'll go there. If I get mine, we're staying our asses put, and I was okay with that. So I feel like, but again, that was an agreement that we had. And I feel like everybody should be that way. Like, if I have something better here that's better for both of us here, let's stay. But if going could be better for both of us, let's go. That's my opinion. I don't know.
And then also think about, like, okay, so what's the plan? So if I go do this interview and it turns out that I get the job, then is it going to, like, do I move immediately and then you come 6 months later? Or
That's a good plan.
Nobody's doing that.
I mean, that's
that people do that and people succeed with that. So I don't want to put it that way, but that's.
But you know, it takes someone, like, just like what Rodney was saying, like, it kind of depends on the job that the partner has. And so if the partner doesn't have a job, like, he's up in DC, they could have a government job.
Right.
And so it would be difficult to leave a government job where you're making X amount of money to come to Atlanta where you're not.
Right.
Or to find something comparable, because DC is a whole different culture.
The cost of living is more there, so you're automatically going to be making more.
And so, you know, what is the plan that is? So my advice, and I typically don't give advice, but create a plan. I don't, you know, I hate giving advice.
Right.
But create a plan, and so this isn't about settling, because you don't have to, but figure out, what do you want, what does your partner want, and what are y'all willing to do?
Well, how can people write us?
You can write us by sending us an email to openrelationshippodcast@gmail.com. So again, if you would like to write in a letter, even if you want to just give us feedback, tell us what you like more of, what you would like to hear a little bit less of. Not to say that we would cater specifically to that, but we love feedback. Open Relationship Podcast, we're open for to be open with ourselves, but really open with you guys and for you guys. So again, openrelationshippodcast@gmail.com. What's the question?
Can people send us letters in our Instagram DM?
They can, I think, for 2 of the 4 of us. I think we're both okay with it. The other 2 weren't.
Tay and Rodney is not.
Why not?
Right. So the other,
we
I was right.
We have a whole page.
I mean, if they're sending it to our email, then that has nothing to do with our page.
So there's 4 people in the group, right? And there's 2 of us that do not want you to send personal DMs if it's show related.
Whoa, not personal DMs. Don't send it to my DM.
Oh, you mean the show DM?
Yeah, send it
Oh,
to
that's what he was saying, that we have a page for the show, but he thought you meant personal.
No,
I thought you meant personal too.
We're talking about open relationship. Don't send me anything personal.
Yeah, but
but last time you said it was okay. We gotta go.
Who, him or me?
No, but we gotta go.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming and joining the 3 of us as we swallow hard topics and spit out difference of opinions.
Bye, guys.
All right,
Cheers,
good night.
21.
We'll see y'all next week.